Hello everyone, my name is Kat Robinson, and today I will be talking about the emotions of video games and the theory of catharsis. Just a quick overview before we start. This is my final presentation for Intro to Game Studies for the fall 2022 semester. In this presentation, I will be talking about ludology, narratology, and the application of catharsis in video games and the aforementioned series. Ludology is the mechanical study of video games, focusing on functionality and causality, centralizing on cognitive and physical development. An example is like a digital version of chess or Pong or something like that. Narratology is the focus of narrative or story and um, analyzing its effectiveness and its influence in not only the players but also the culture at large. Catharsis is the release of pent-up emotions in a safe and healthy way. Video games, more often than not, are inductions of catharsis. But when we think of catharsis in video games, our minds go to fighting and shooting games. But those are not the only forms of catharsis. There is another form of catharsis in video games that is referred to as story-based catharsis. It's the method in which players can become connected to a character or situation in a game closely. It thrives off of risk and reward principles in order to be more effective. Games I will use as examples of story-based catharsis are as follows: Kingdom Hearts, Life is Strange, Layers of Fear, and Stray. Starting with Kingdom Hearts, it is a feel-good coming-of-age story about a boy trying to save his home and his friends from darkness. This creates a feeling of nostalgia, aided by the combination of Disney and Final Fantasy characters. Life is Strange is about a girl who finds out she has the power to manipulate time. At first she uses it for herself, but as the story progresses and she learns more about situations that are happening to the people around her, she starts to help them also. The story focuses on the what if of superpowers while keeping it considerably grounded with like real life situations and fears. Speaking of fears, Layers of Fear is a horror game about an artist that is slowly devolving into madness as he travels his home trying to finish his masterpiece. We see his tragic backstory and we follow his madness through his dilapidated home. It's a glimpse into a broken mind and it gives us pause. And last but not least, there's Stray. Stray is a game about a post-human world. You play as a cat and you get separated from your clan. In order to get back to them, you must traverse the remnants of a fallen world consisting only of robots and these monstrous parasitic bugs that presumably ended the human race. The cat is hyper-realistic, aiding in the player's desperation to save and protect the cat. In these games, the utilization of story and narrative gives us the opportunity to learn and experience new concepts and different ideas. Along with this is the victory, or rather the reward, of completing the story. The catharsis is in the ending of the story, in knowing what happened, and in being connected to something other than yourself, even for just a minute. This is what gets players to play more story-based games, and this is what builds communities. In conclusion, story-based games, sorry. In conclusion, story-based catharsis is based on the risk-reward theory applied to narrative plots to cause players to feel release of emotions or catharsis when they have helped the character they are invested in achieve their goals. I think one of the most interesting things about this is I didn't really find that much on catharsis as far as like things that weren't like fighting and shooting games. So what I did find was really nice, but I feel like maybe more study should go into story-based catharsis and that kind of theory. Wouldn't mind maybe giving that a try one day, who knows. But I am Kat Robinson, and this has been my presentation. Thank you so much.